The Toronto Raptors are the NBA's most dangerous team. And I'm not just saying that statement, I mean that statement. The Toronto Raptors right now are half a game back of the second place Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference. And right now, to be honest with all of you watching this video, I don't think any team wants to play the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors right now are as dangerous as they have ever been, and there's one reason for that. The Raptors, for the first time all season, are healthy. Yes, the Raptors are healthy. They are 100%, and that means the rest of the league has been put on notice. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's Luca Rosano here. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the Toronto Raptors and why they are the NBA's most dangerous team. Health is the reason why the Raptors are the NBA's most dangerous team. Why? Because the Raptors are one of the deepest, if not the deepest team in all of the association right now. You look at the game they had against OKC, 7 players scoring in double figures. Then you look at a game in which they just won over the Atlanta Hawks, 6 players scoring in double figures. This Raptors team can beat you in so many different ways. They are as deep as they come, and they got fully healthy. They're back to 100% officially on Saturday when Fred VanVleet returned to the lineup against the Timberwolves, and he had a great game, and he had another great game against the Atlanta Hawks most recently. So this Raptors team, guys, they can beat you in so many different ways. And let's not forget how good of a defensive team this is. I mean, this team was playing absolute spectacular defense at the beginning of the season, and we all know they can return to that form once again. Their offense at times has been known to sputter a little bit, but this is still one of the most explosive offenses in the league. They got so many guys playing at a high level. I mean, Fred VanVleet is back and he's cooking. You got Pascal Siakam, who is more than likely going to make the All-Star team, the starting lineup this season. You got Kyle Lowry, the general, of course. And how about Norman Powell, guys? You talk about a guy who's making a strong case to win Most Improved Player of the Year this season. Norman Powell has been that guy. I mean, he has been one of the hottest players in all of the NBA. So this Raptors team, they have no shortage of talent and guys who can put the ball in the rim. Marc Gasol being back is a huge plus for this team. The defensive anchor, he makes everything so stable on this team on both sides. This Raptors team is the most dangerous in the NBA because they are deep, they are complete, and everybody on this team knows their role. And it's crazy to think that the Raptors have had injuries and they have missed time with guys like Kyle Lowry, Serge Ibaka, Marc Gasol, Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, Norman Powell, hell, even Patrick McCaw. All those players have missed time at some point during this season for the Raptors, but yet they are still knocking on the door. They are in the thick of things. They're at the top of the Eastern Conference standings, and they have a real good shot of getting the 2 seed. And that's going to be huge for them going forward because then you further delay a potential matchup against the Bucks until the very end in the Eastern Conference Finals. This Raptors team has been playing lights out, even though they have missed some of their key players for extended period of time. But these guys, they're back. These guys, they're ready, and they are healthy at the right time because this is when teams make that run into the postseason that can lead them from there on out. You look at some of the other teams in the NBA right now, some of the surprise stories. You look at a team like the Miami Heat, and then you look at, obviously, a team like the Indiana Pacers. Victor Oladipo is going to be returning to that team a little bit later on in this month. The Toronto Raptors can hang with the best of them, and right now you look at the complexion of the Eastern Conference. I mean, there is no clear-cut favorite. I know a lot of people are anointing the Milwaukee Bucks as being that clear-cut favorite of a team, but the Raptors have proven capabilities of beating the Bucks. We saw what their size was able to do to Antetokounmpo. I mean, we are missing Kawhi Leonard. That is a big gaping hole, but nonetheless, we're still going to have guys like Gasol, Ibaka, our veterans. That is, if we don't trade these guys at the deadline, that's a different different story for another day. We're going to have these guys in the postseason, and we're going to have our roster at 100% that can beat you in so many different ways. So looking at the entire landscape of the Eastern Conference, to me, guys, there is no team right now that in a best-of-7 series scares the Raptors going head-to-head. We got proven capabilities of beating all these teams. The Celtics, the Heat, the Pacers, the Sixers are on the decline now with Embiid missing some time, and we're going to see the Sixers on Wednesday, so that's another big game for the Raptors. The only team that proves to be the Raptors' biggest challenge and opponent in the East, I would say, would be the Milwaukee Bucks, just because they are playing at an all-time high level, but they still don't scare me because the Raptors have had their number in the postseason. We saw it last year, and we have the proven talent and capabilities on this team to compete and contend against the Bucks, even though Greek Freak is playing simply out of this world. So this Raptors team, they got what it takes, and it's about time the media starts to give this team some respect. And I'm talking about the media in the States, because we know this Raptors team is loved. We know what we got on our hands here in Canada. We know we got ourselves a winner, so don't sleep on the champs. This team is hungry. This team has been slept on, and this team, for the first time, it seems, all season, for the first time since the very beginning, this team is healthy and they are ready to go. They smell blood on the water, and they got a pretty easy schedule for at least the foreseeable future. So if the Raptors can take care of business, continue to win games that they should, this Raptors team should be able to snag that 2 seed. And again, in the grand scheme of things, that would be huge because you have home court advantage for 2 playoff rounds. And then, like I said, you meet the Bucks potentially. You avoid the Bucks until the very end in that Eastern Conference Finals. That is, if the Bucks don't get upset and the Raptors, of course, make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So seeding is going to be huge for this team. I think they can snag that 2 seed. And if the Raptors are a 2 seed headed into the postseason, I mean, we all remember what they were able to do last year as a 2 seed. They went on to win the damn thing. So this team is dangerous, and this team is finally healthy, which is music to my ears. Now, one area that the Raptors do collectively need to improve on is their ability to close games. We saw even in the game against the Hawks, the Raptors, inexcusable, letting the Hawks come back. I think they had something like a 12-0 run to end the game, or late in the fourth quarter to come back in the game, but the Raptors, of course, held on to get the win. Raptors need to play a competitive and complete 48 minutes. Now, there's times and they have tendencies where they get off to a great start, or they wake up late and then they kind of take it easy towards the end of a game when it looks like they're going to get the win. But that is inexcusable. You cannot allow for that to happen, especially as we come to the playoffs. The Raptors clean that up. Their offense and defense continues to play to its capabilities, to its fullest potential, and this team stays healthy. We got a complete squad. I mean, you talk about the starters, you talk about our bench. They single-handedly brought us back in the game against the Hawks. You talk about the rising players on this team, Norman Powell, Van Vliet coming back, our all-star Pascal Siakam. This team will go as far as they want. And we haven't even talked about their veteran leadership and the fact that they went through it last year, having that experience, having that postseason experience under their belt, that grit, and having the feeling of going through what they did last year will definitely help them when we get closer to playoff time. But guys, just wanted to drop a video for all of you. Why the Raptors are the NBA's most dangerous team right now. They are deep. They are healthy. They are underestimated once again, and we know what they can do when they are underestimated and when nobody is talking about them as being a legitimate NBA championship contender. Well, we know that story already, so don't sleep on the champs. I'll say it again. This Raptors team will go places, and they are dangerous, damn it. I do not want to play this Raptors team right now or in the playoffs. That's all I'm going to say on that. Anyways, guys, let me know what you thought of the video. Do you agree with me? Are the Raptors the NBA's most dangerous team right now and heading into the postseason? Of course, drop a like on this video. Let's try to get to 100 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's hit 10K. Hit those post notifications so you always stay notified on all the videos that I post. This is the Luca Rosano Show. You can also follow the show on SoundCloud and iTunes. Leave your comments down below. And lastly, follow me on social media. That is at Luca Rosano 3 on Twitter and at Luca Rosano on Instagram. And if you comment Noti Gang down below and follow me on those social media platforms, I will give one random person a shout out in my next video. You definitely don't want to miss out on that. Again, your support is much appreciated, and we will continue to pump out content until we hit 1 million subs. You already know the drill. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Oh, before I forget, of course, special thanks to all my loyal sponsors for sponsoring today's video. VAUGHAN SPORTSPLEX 2, Gregory Signs, Dave & Buster's VAUGHAN, and CATALDI Fresh Market. Go support the brands who support your boy as we continue to march on. The NBA season, the NBA trade deadline is just around the corner. It'll be interesting to see what happens when that day comes. But until then, we're going to just be watching the Raptors continue to prove their naysayers wrong and continue to rack up the dubs. Take care, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all again in the next video. Peace out.